So for the first time ever, I'm going to tell you folks why I really moved from Toronto, Canada. It was because I fell in love with this amazing woman in Jamaica. And look at us now. Hosting our own
Neville, I
show.
did not even know you when you lived in Canada. Or when you move home. What is good? When they don't enable, listen, control room, do not enable this. Okay, let me just take over things here because they're going haywire. When it comes to finding your soulmate, they're not always just up the road or in the same country even. But packing your bags and hopping on a plane to move your life can't be as easy as we think. So we're linking up with model and mommy, Alyshia Miller-Powell, who did just that to be with the love of her life, Asafa Powell. Alyshia, good morning to you.
Hey, Alyshia.
Good morning. That you make that sound very intense and scary.
Well, that's my first question. I mean, when you started thinking about this, did you have any of those feelings, or were you like, nope, this is definitely what I want to do?
I don't think in that moment I really had any of those thoughts go through my mind. It was just like, this is what I want to do. This is my person. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's make this sacrifice. So no, I didn't really think about that in that time being. But now hearing you say it, I'm like, wow, that's intense.
Wow. Okay. So tell me what the experience has been like. You left. You guys met in Toronto in 2012. Right. Here you are now in Jamaica. Obviously, the kind of work you do, you can travel back and forth, right? But the relocation, for some people, is a bit of a shock. I don't know how familiar you were with Jamaica before that time. So tell me what the landing was like. So you made a decision, you packed it all up, and you're in the airplane, and you touch down, and a couple months in, you're like, oh, your thoughts?
Okay, so first, let's start. When I first came to Jamaica, it was a bit of a culture shock that with patois, I couldn't understand a word they were saying. I just was shaking my head and nodding my head to everything they were saying to me. Like, I probably just looked like a little idiot just sitting there. But it was, I think with my job, the transition of just being in a different environment, it helped a lot because I'm always working with different people. I'm in a different country, different city, so different stats. So transitioning into living in Jamaica, it made it a bit easier, but it's still hard because you're leaving your friends, your family, your comfort zone. It's still a different environment that you have to adapt to. So you have to get to know the people and how they operate. You know, everyone's different. Culture is different. You have to get to know that as well. So it's been like easy. And then also, you know, has its times as well where you're like, all right, you know, I actually kind of miss, you know, the fast life or, you know.
Yep. By the way, sister, how you and the Virgin did meet?
Instagram.
Oh, you understand. You understand.
She got it. But even your accent is not, your accent sounds like it's actually being neutralized. It's evening out.
Yeah.
So it's not as Canada. Yeah, that's impressive.
I did that deliberately. I did that deliberately just to see if you would understand. But now that you understand, how to meet, for sure.
Yeah, he slid in the DMs.
How did you guys meet?
Actually, we had ran into each other in 2012. Then in 2015, officially, he actually slid into my DMs. And I remember just being like, why is this Alpha in my DMs for?
Now you know.
Yes.
What's been the most, I mean, we want to find out from you what are the 5 things you should consider before you move across the world. But what's been the most difficult adjustment for you here? Do you drive in Jamaica, Alyshia?
I actually learned how to drive in Jamaica.
Oh my God.
For you.
Yeah.
While I was pregnant with my son, I was here taking lessons.
Oh my gosh.
In the car, hot and all.
It must have been a lot of fun with the taxi drivers.
Yeah,
but when you look back now, tell me what those 5 things are that you would advise everybody who is in your position to really think about and have established before you relocate.
Right. I think now that I'm thinking about it, it's time. You need time to get to know each other. You need to be able to trust each other. You can't move and think that, oh, because I don't get to see this person every day, that maybe this is how I get to track them. Like, the trust needs to be there, the time needs to be there, so you can really get to know each other. Communication is always key. So because you're not necessarily seeing each other all the time, that's all you have. Communication, you have to be transparent also. So transparency with each other, because at the end of the day, like, if it's something you don't like, he can't read your mind from miles away, let alone when you're right in front of the person. It's impossible for a person to read your mind if you're not stating how you feel. And
finances are also important.
Yes, finances. Like, for me, I had to really consider with my work, okay, it's a blessing I can actually get to move around here and there. So for anyone that's in my position that's thinking about moving, make sure either your job can help you relocate, or there's another job you can find in that area. Finances, for sure, you both need to discuss that. If you make this move and let's say in 6 months' time you can't find a job as quickly, are you guys going to be able to survive? Are you going to be okay? So yeah, that's definitely important. All of those.
And then love and friendship.
Yes, love and friendship. You need to make sure you're in love, not lust, because if you move for the wrong reasons, then you're definitely going to hold it against your partner, which is so unfair, because it's such a big sacrifice that you're making for love. So it needs to be there. He needs to be your best friend. He or she has to be your best friend to understand that.
What about
doing this for them? Yes.
What about Jamaican food? What's your favorite food?
Oh, that's tough. Right now, my favorite would be fried chicken, curry goat. I like to have them both.
Fried chicken with curry goat gravy.
And rice and peas.
She's a real Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you go incorporate the fried chicken with the curry goat, you become one of us.
And what do you miss?
Yes.
And what do you miss from Canada? Real food.
Well, actually, I was living in New York for a few years before I haven't lived in Canada in a long time. So I guess if I'm talking about Toronto, I would say kind of like the African food. The restaurants were there, so I was able to just still feel like at home, can just walk there, pick up something, or I can make something. As well as I've become an expert at making Jamaican food. So.
Is it?
Okay.
What?
All right.
Good on you. Good on you.
Yes.
Good to have you here as one of us. No regrets, clearly.
Yes, no regrets. And being here feels like being home, because being in Ghana is very similar as well.
Yeah.
So
When we're going to see you on the track?
On the track, I used to run in high school, and that was it. I ran the 400 meters, and that was long time ago.
Okay.
So the answer is no time soon.
So,
no.
That's like Simone. She used to run a long time ago, but she doesn't anymore because she has other interests now, so she don't.
Right.
She don't run anymore. It's so good to meet you. Really, really good to meet you. I think I see the big man run behind you a while ago or something like that. So tell him hi for us and
yeah, he was. I will, for sure.
Look after yourself. God bless you and your family. All
right.
And we will hear from you some more, I'm sure.
Nice to catch up with you, Alyshia. Take good care.
Thanks for having me.
All righty. Model and mommy, Alyshia Miller-Powell, dropping some gems, especially, I guess, if you're in a relationship where, you have jobs like they have, and they're traveling all the time.
I'm a little bit disappointed, truth be told.
Why are you disappointed now? Wait, let me get comfortable.
Yeah.
Get your shot, Harold.
Yeah. I'm a little
What
bit
happened? What seems to be the problem?
Because I could tell them the 5 things because, I was a foreigner who come home to my love.
What year did you come home? What year you
The same
I'm
year.
not speaking to you.
No, but it's
what year you came home?
1997. I met you in 97.
What year did you come home? Back from Canada to Jamaica.
No, the man said we're going to New York.
70 when? When was it?
80 something I come home.
80 something when I was about 10?
From then me love you.
Mind yourself, Okay.
But I waited till you were an adult. I never.
Me done talk. I'm through. I'm finished.
News.
Take it, master.
The second edition.